it's good to beef with him than be cool with him because he can do some crazy stuff.
This is a rare experience. You don't really see two rock stars sparring each other and helping each other out. I'm glad I'm involved in it.
He can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
About 4 or 5 weeks. Experience for both of us. We both learning and getting a lot better off each other.
It is good to beef with him and be cool with him because he can do some crazy stuff. Gervonta Davis has continued his back and forth with Floyd Mayweather. This is a rare experience. You don't really see two rock stars sparring each other and again helping each other out. I'm glad I am involved in this time. It involves Shakur Stevenson, as Tank has blamed his former mentor for how his friendship with Shakur Stevenson became chaotic, just been young and hungry. When we come into the gym, just get straight to the point, wrap our hands, gray stuff or nothing is more surprising than hearing Gervonta Davis talk about his desire for a friendship. Having seen him turn down several friendships in the past, he can do some crazy stuff he'll picture in that situation. Perhaps that seems to be one of his goals for the year, as he had earlier tried to get close with Ryan Garcia as well, but Tank's at a point where every secret can be revealed as long as Floyd Mayweather is involved. This trying to can for about 4 or 5 weeks. While the reason is unknown, Gervonta Davis has probably been caught up in memories of his great friendship with Shakur Stevenson and has now thrown the blame on Floyd for ending what was once a good friendship. However, just as Floyd Mayweather may be trolled for ending their friendship, he was also the one who started the whole thing. I felt it's a great experience for both of us. We both learning and getting a lot better off each other. Floyd's relationship with the two fighters was what brought them together, and now that Gervonta Davis is in a spree of revealing secrets, he just talked about how Mayweather ended his friendship with Shakur Stevenson. That's been young and hungry. When we come into the GI, just get straight to the point of WAP. Our hands grab stuff are. In a recent interview, Tank had spoken about his beef with Floyd, and he said Floyd would do something to get reward and destroy it. If it don't work or if it's going bigger than him, that's how he ended me and Shakur. This is a rare experience. You don't really see two rock stars fairing each other and helping each other out. I'm glad I am involved in it. One of the best instances of Floyd's cunningness was him giving Frank Martin tips to help him beat Tank while appearing in the Pivot podcast, shared on YouTube. Before the fight, the challenger Frank Martin revealed that Mike Tyson as advice Money Mayweather had been giving him to get the upper hand during his Gervonta Davis fight. My thing is I've always been there for him from day one. Frank Martin admitted that the advice from Floyd Mayweather gave him a unique feeling. Mayweather had been in Davis' corner despite their split and the various differences between them over the years, and for the most part, Davis has always respected the former world champion. However, with the Davis-Martin fight, alliances surely did change world champion and take thanks to that next level, and I have always been there for him, especially since the much-publicized online tussle between Tank and Mayweather last month. So when asked about whether there is anything Martin had learned from Floyd Mayweather before the fight, Martin had this to say: he could tell you, man, go run at 2 o'clock in the morning because 9 times out of 10 we know your opponent sleeps at that time. Said the Detroit, Michigan native, you go run at 2 in the morning, you know, go do it when cuz 9 out of 10 we know your opponents sleep at that time. Not that Martin specifically needed to train in those hours, but rather, as he explained it, doing it would give him a mental edge over his opponent, as these are the little things that make a big difference in the end. Martin emphasized that it's nothing that he didn't know or was a big deal, but coming from someone like Floyd, who has been at the highest point in the sport, so go run at 2 in the morning and go get yourself a mental edge. You are going to take a lot of heave to it, and it's going to give you a different type of motivation when you do it, said Martin. Interestingly, Gervonta Davis went on to knock out Martin in brutal fashion on Saturday, and in an interview after the fight, the boxing superstar revealed that Mayweather had tried to give his opponent tips on how to beat him. Really, how do you know that it's just work? I seen he was giving Frank tips and stuff like that, but I know for sure that wasn't going to be enough to beat me. It's cool, it's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not going to hurt me, you know what I mean? It's good to beef with him than to be cool with him. Oh, really, you know, he was the one who told Frank that I was running at 5 o'clock. Gervonta Davis. This shows how tricky Floyd Mayweather can be, especially seeing how Gervonta Davis, who trained together at Mayweather's gym and learned a lot from each other, suddenly became sworn enemies that wouldn't honor the sacredness of sparring sessions. Shakur been in an Olympics, showing me the different skills, you know, different outlooks on the things that he learned. The two were growing and getting along so well. However, once the growth became so much and the beef between Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis happened, the two began their rift. What remains undeniable is that very few names shine brighter than Shakur Stevenson, and Dant Davis in the lightweight division, while the talks of their potential clash have put their fans in a state of constant anticipation and excitement. A lesser-known fact about them is they used to train together and nearly started their careers together. I'm predicting a knock-off the going land too many punches in a surprising turn of events. A clip resurfaced online capturing a glimpse from the past when they once trained together. Recently, a user turned to X, formerly Twitter, sharing the clip alongside the caption that read, "Dant Davis training with Shakur Stevenson." Back in late 2016, both men can be seen training together for their respective fights. However, when the boxing world got its hands on the forgotten clip, a sense of surprise took over them as they took their thoughts to the comment section. January 14, I'm expecting BR to go win a world title. Since the tweet started circulating on X, it has garnered so many hearts and a plethora of comments. While some remarked about their mutual respect, others expressed their surprise. One user suggested Shakur has always been a fan of Tank, but now he is after his fame and status. Shakur was a fan of Tank's, he always looked up to him, but now he wants his spot. Another user highlighted the fact that both of them are great music boxers, both really damn good fighters. Someone else urged people to stop pitting them against each other because there is no bad blood between them. Exactly, they respect each other, so let's stop making this look like they don't like each other. It's no bad blood. The next user dragged in Devin Haney, claiming Haney was jealous because he was not as popular as Davis and Shakur. Devin Matty ain't popular, Devin popular by lies. Shake my head. One user aptly highlighted that Shakur, who once looked up to Davis, is now one of his rivals. Your idols become your rivals. While it might be true that both fighters respect each other, a potential clash between the two never fails to excite fans and experts alike. But with Von Davis set to fight Lomachenko first, he's instead talking about his once-upon-a-time friendship with Shakur Stevenson. Talking about Mayweather, he continued, he'd always put you in tight situations and try to control your brain. He can't do that to me. He's doing that to Shakur, and I used to be good until he did his thing. And really, Shakur Stevenson and Von Davis have gotten so bad that they no longer show themselves any form of respect, and the pair have not been hesitant to leak secrets about their time together. Talking about the sparring video, Shakur Stevenson had earlier rubbish claims that he was hurt in sparring by lightweight rival Gervonta. Tank Davis in sparring was kept in the gym like it was kept in the gym. And then he got like, I don't know what was going on at the point of time that many fans feel like the two American stars are on a collision course at 135 pounds. If it plays out like that, it won't be the first time they traded punches. Speaking to say, "Cheese, I'm sparring with Davis Stevenson." Detailed what the session looked like: a quiet gym at 2:00 a.m. First time sparring again after the Olympics. It was like 2:00 in the morning. It was on some 2 in the morning stuff. We went like 20 minutes straight. I want to say he just felt the way he felt. And he went on the air and said something funny. But he had like 3 or 4 people with him. And I had just Africa Richardson Hitchens writing with me. I don't remember if he had somebody recording. I didn't record it, though, for sure. He said that he would have kept the work inside the 4 walls of the gym had Tank not broadcast the details, claiming that he cracked Stevenson's sparring was kept in the gym. And then I don't know what was going on at the point of time that he just felt he felt. And he went on the air and said something funny. Nah, I think spars still should stay in the gym. I think given that his partner has spoken of what went down, Stevenson got his side across. He was respectful when talking about the 2017 session, but feels he got the better of the Baltimore boxer. If I'm being honest about that sparring session between me and him, it was good work. 2 smart fighters. I feel like if it was a fight, I won, but it was good work. He made me think. I made him think. That's how I looked at it. That was before I turned pro. I was an amateur at that time. That was before his world title fight with Joseph Pedraza, the one that put him on. If I'm being honest about that spot with me and him, it was like good work. But aside from Shakur Stevenson, Floyd Mayweather has also strained the relationship between Kermel Moton and Dant Davis, despite Kermel Moton seeing Von Davis as one of his biggest models, Olive.